and what it represents to you. Each one of us will have, for many reasons, either thought of an image, a symbol, or a representation that has touched us either in our lives or something that we are passionate about. For me, my icon is female, and I believe she, as an acronym, stands for celebrity, humanity, and equality. So let me now, in the next few minutes, explain why. In the 1880s, the Parisians proclaimed her to be the 8th marvel of the world. And when, in 1886, she was placed on top of her pedestal, it was the tallest structure in New York and the tallest statue in the world. By now, you will have realised my icon is the Statue of Liberty, named after Libertas, the Roman goddess of freedom. Statue of Liberty enlightening the world, a hollow colossus situated on an island at the entrance to New York Harbour. She bears a torch and a tablet evoking the law, upon which is inscribed American Declaration of Independence, 4th of July, 1776. She stands with shackles and a broken chain at her feet. She has welcomed millions of immigrants into the United States who've approached via the sea. During the second half of the 19th century, the population of the United States almost doubled, from 38.5 million in 1870 to 76 million in 1900. Let's put that into the context. That's the current population of Poland moving in 30 years. Indeed, Liberty herself was an immigrant, as she was conceived by a group of French intellectuals. The sculptor, Frederick Bartholdi, and Gustave Eiffel, who you'll know of Eiffel Tower fame, were part of this group. They were protesting as to what they saw as political repression in their own country, and decided to honour the ideals of freedom and liberty with a symbolic gift to the nation of the United States. Timing was right. Civil war was over, slavery was abolished, and the nation were looking towards its centennial. 21 years after commencement and an ocean away, Liberty enlightening the world stood complete in New York Harbour. At the 1886 dedication, the celebratory parade passed the New York Stock Exchange, and the traders threw ticker tapes from the windows. We still see the ticker tape parades today. That was their commencement. At the dedication service, the President of France proclaimed that Liberty would magnify France beyond the seas. But Liberty's image was already being transformed in its adopted home. The notion of liberty as mother of exiles touched the hearts and the minds of the nation, despite a growing number of restrictive immigration laws. Immigration plummeted during World War I, but Liberty's role evolved, staring out from glossy posters, admonishing citizens to buy war bonds or enlist in the military. Liberty was America personified. Liberty's been used in a variety of guises, from leading political movements, satirising national policy, attracting tourists, even selling lemons. So as you'll see, a highly potent icon inspiring contemplation and debate. Ideals such as peace, human rights, democracy, and, I'd like to suggest, opportunity. Bartholdi based Liberty's face on that of his mother, Charlotte, and unlike most females, she has no complexes about her physical dimensions. She's 151 feet, 1 inch tall. Her arm holding the torch, 46 feet. Her index finger, 8 feet. And her nose, nearly 5 feet. Her waist, not 35 inches, but 35 feet. And she has a total weight of 156 tons. That's equivalent to 22 school buses. She's covered in 300 sheets of coin-thin copper, which have been hammered and riveted into different shapes. She sways 3 inches in the wind, and her torch will move up to 5 inches. The 7 rays in her crown represent the Earth's 7 seas. Such enormous credentials. Perhaps we now understand what she stands for. To be honest, you couldn't imagine her sitting down, could we? Emma Lazarus, in her 1883, personified the existence of liberty in her sonnet, The New Colossus. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp by the golden door. Through my speech, you will have identified the threads of humanity and equality. But you might ask, what of solemnity? Or perhaps I can sum this up in a final thought, in suggesting how silently she must have wept 11 years ago on the 11th of September.